The City Beneath the Eclipse. For generations, the people of the endless Red Desert have feared one event above all others, the Great Eclipse. Legends tell of an impossible city that rises from beneath the desert only when the sun disappears. Towering stone pillars emerge from the sands, ancient gates open, and glittering towers briefly touch the sky before vanishing again as daylight returns. Most people dismiss the tale as nothing more than an old legend. 12-year-old Cassian has always believed otherwise. A talented apprentice cartographer, Cassian spends his days exploring forgotten ruins and drawing maps of places no one else notices. While studying an ancient scroll left behind by his late grandfather, he discovers strange symbols that seem to predict the exact location where the mysterious city will appear during the next eclipse. Although no one believes him, Cassian secretly travels into the desert on the day of the eclipse, determined to prove the legend is real. As darkness falls across the land, the desert begins to tremble. Massive stone pillars burst through the sand, ancient stairways rise from beneath the earth, and an enormous golden city slowly emerges from below. Before Cassian can escape, the eclipse ends. The city sinks back underground, trapping him inside a hidden civilization that has remained isolated from the surface for over 1,000 years. Lost and overwhelmed, Cassian is rescued by Lyra, a courageous young guardian who has spent her life protecting the city's ancient secrets. Though suspicious of outsiders, she agrees to help him understand the remarkable world hidden beneath the desert. Together they explore magnificent streets illuminated by floating miniature suns, enormous crystal gardens, rivers that shimmer like flowing gold, and towering libraries carved deep into the living rock. Everywhere Cassian looks, the city reflects incredible craftsmanship powered by mysterious solar magic. Despite its beauty, something feels wrong. The citizens are uneasy, the guardians stand watch day and night, and many ancient buildings show signs of damage that no one can explain. Cassian soon meets Elder Oren, the wise keeper of the solar archives, who reveals that the city was never built for wealth or glory. Long ago, the founders discovered a terrible force sleeping beneath the desert. They created the hidden city and powerful solar machinery to keep that darkness imprisoned forever. Unfortunately, the prison is beginning to fail. Soon after Cassian's arrival, strange shadows begin creeping through the streets. Crystal mirrors that once reflected brilliant sunlight start cracking without explanation, and mysterious creatures made of living darkness emerge from forgotten tunnels beneath the city. Even more disturbing are the stories surrounding the city's feared ruler, the Eclipse King. According to legend, he betrayed his people centuries ago and now waits beneath the city, plotting to seize control when the prison finally breaks. When Cassian and Lyra discover ancient maps hidden inside the solar archives, they uncover evidence that someone has been rewriting history. Entire sections of the city's past have been erased, leaving behind only fragments of the truth. Determined to uncover what really happened, they venture into dangerous underground chambers where enormous stone guardians have stood motionless for centuries. Their search leads them to the Hall of Seven Shadows, where they discover a hidden passage descending deeper than anyone has traveled in generations. There they find the imprisoned Eclipse King. To Cassian's surprise, the legendary villain is nothing like the monster described in the city's stories. Instead, he is a weary guardian who has willingly remained imprisoned for centuries to strengthen the magical seal beneath the city. The frightening stories were invented long ago to keep curious people away from the prison and prevent anyone from accidentally releasing what lies below. The Eclipse King has sacrificed everything, including his reputation, to protect the world. Before Cassian can fully understand the truth, disaster strikes. The weakening prison finally begins to collapse. Deep beneath the city, an ancient creature known as the Devourer of Dawn awakens. The colossal being feeds on sunlight itself, swallowing every source of light it encounters. As it rises toward the surface, the city's floating suns begin going dark one by one, crystal towers lose their brilliance, and panic spreads through the streets. The city starts sinking deeper into the earth as its magical foundations fail. Cassian, Lyra, Elder Oren, and the Eclipse King race through collapsing tunnels toward the Mirror Pyramid, an enormous structure built at the city's center. There, they discover the final piece of the ancient prophecy. The city was never meant to destroy the Devourer. Instead, it was designed to remind humanity of the creature's forgotten purpose. Using the mapping skills he inherited from his grandfather, Cassian studies the city's ancient solar charts and realizes they are not simply maps. They are instructions for redirecting sunlight through thousands of giant crystal mirrors scattered across the underground kingdom. Working together, the Guardians realign the mirrors while the Devourer advances toward them, plunging the city into darkness. As the eclipse reaches its final moments, a single beam of pure sunlight enters the hidden city through an opening high above the desert. The mirrors reflect the light from one crystal to another until a brilliant golden ray strikes the Devourer directly. Instead of being destroyed, the monstrous creature begins to change. Its darkness melts away, revealing a magnificent golden phoenix that had been twisted by centuries without sunlight. The citizens finally realize the terrible truth: the Devourer was never born evil. It had simply been forgotten, imprisoned, and consumed by loneliness over countless generations. With the phoenix restored, the darkness disappears. The city's magical systems awaken once more, the floating suns blaze brighter than ever, and the ancient stone guardians finally lower their weapons. For the first time in 1,000 years, the people of the Hidden Kingdom understand the real meaning of the prophecy. The eclipse was never a curse. It was a test of wisdom, courage, and compassion. When the city rises again during the next eclipse, its gates remain open. The people choose to reconnect with the surface world rather than hide beneath the desert forever. Cassian returns home carrying not treasure, but something far more valuable: a new map showing that the greatest discoveries are often hidden beneath the stories people fear the most. As he looks back across the desert, the last rays of sunlight fade beyond the horizon. Deep beneath the sand, the restored phoenix spreads its radiant wings, and the hidden city waits peacefully for the next eclipse, no longer a prison of fear, but a beacon of hope for generations yet to come.